Welcome to the Gorgeous Guru podcast. I'm your host, Day, the Gorgeous Guru. On this podcast, I'll be sharing candid commentary, practical advice, and intuitive insights on life, love, current events, and everything in between. If you're craving real talk, inspiration, and soulful guidance, you're in the right place. So tune in, get comfortable, and get ready to be inspired. Hey, y'all. Welcome into another episode. I hope as you're listening to this, you are well and in the best of spirits. Ashe. So today I am discussing my guilty pleasure. And just to be clear, although I call it a guilty pleasure, I hold no guilt about it. The reason why I call it a guilty pleasure is because of how others view this thing. Okay, and we'll get into that in a moment. My guilty pleasure took root when I was a teenager. I don't know if y'all remember Dancehall Reggae artist Patra, but way back in the day, honey, she dropped this video for her song, Queen of the Pack. When I saw that video, I absolutely fell in love, y'all. I was in love with the hairstyles, the bold outfits, but most of all, the sexy and sensual dancing. The women were whining, bending over, dancing on top of stuff. And from that moment on, I was drawn to dancehall reggae. It was like a soul calling. Like it really was that serious for me. So I am a Black American who grew up here on American soil, right? And I was introduced to reggae very early on. One of my cousins, my fly-ass cousin, she would come and pick me up and drive me around, and she would always play old school reggae, right? So at the time, that would be like singers like Barris and Sanchez and all of these different artists, Shaba and stuff like that. So even before I saw the video, I was exposed to reggae. But then I remember when I saw that video, it was like, it just solidified my love and my passion for this genre. So my guilty pleasure is dancehall. And the reason why I call it a guilty pleasure, again, is because of how others may view it. They may view it as inappropriate for a number of reasons, and I won't argue with that. However, it's still something I truly, truly enjoy. So because of my spiritual abilities and my priestess title, I think people automatically assume that you're supposed to be a certain way, right? There are certain behaviors you're supposed to exhibit. You're supposed to speak a certain way. And if you go against that, people can have a problem. But what people fail to see often is that even though I'm a spiritual individual, I hold that priestess title, I am a multifaceted individual with a plethora of interests and skills. So there's a whole other side of me, a side which enjoys what Jamaicans would call slackness. Slackness is like vulgar or inappropriate behavior. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with dancehall, let me explain. Dancehall reggae is a genre that features artists rapping over hardcore beats or rhythms, right? That's like rhythms, but pronounced riddims, while using patois or slang. And to break it down even more, there are genres within the genre of dancehall. So some of the genres include dance tunes. So a dance tune would be, for instance, the song Pon de River by Elephant Man. I've seen enough dance before, but I never seen a dance like this. There's a dance that was choreographed, that was created by Jamaican dancers, right? And when that song comes on, you go to the dance floor and you do that dance. So I love the high energy of the dance tunes, right? And I used to love to learn how to do all of the different dances. So I'm like somebody when when these old school songs come on, I'm on the dance floor. I can do all of the dances. Another genre within the genre would be like Batman tunes or tunes that are violent in nature. So you know how we have trap here in the States where they talk about violence and drugs and stuff like that. That would be a Batman tune or a Bodman tune in dancehall. Another genre within that genre is gal tunes, which are highly sexual and lewd. I absolutely adore the gal tunes, but honestly, I like all of them because we do dances to the Batman tunes and the dance tunes. And then with the gal tunes, you just wow out. A lot of the dances are sexually suggestive. You show your flexibility, you show your skill, and things like that. So the dance culture is what really got me interested in this genre, aside from the rhythms, the beats. It's really the dance. I'm a dancer. I've danced since I was a little girl. I remember going to parties when I was younger, and anytime there was a dance contest, for the most part, I went into the dance contest and win the money prize, like I would win the money because I was a good dancer. So it's like I took that energy and took that into my dancehall experience. So, although I'm a priestess, right, and a psychic channeler, and I speak to the dead, honey, and all of that, if you catch me at a dancehall party, I think some of you would clutch your pearls, honey. You would be appalled. You would find me doing all of the dances. I can do the dances that were made up that go to the songs, right? The dancing tunes. I dance to the gal tunes. I dance to the Batman tunes. I dance to it all. And honestly, like I said, I have no shame doing these dances, although others would consider them inappropriate. I love the high energy of the dances. I love the sensual nature of the girl dances. It really helps me to release a lot of energy. It helps me to tap in and tune into my sensual and sexual nature, to tap into my divine feminine energy. And to be honest, y'all, I feel so free when I dance. I remember one time I was at this day party, and by this time the sun has set, and there was a dancehall, like a DJ, playing different songs. And I'm dancing in the middle of this circle. And I remember coming to, literally like coming to. So I know for a lot of spiritual practices, people go into trances. I've gone into trances dancing to dancehall reggae. Like I came to and I had all these people around me cheering me on. And I was like, oh shit. Like I was dancing that whole time. So this is one of the things that I love about it. Like it just takes me to a different place and I'm so free when I dance. Y'all, I'm so in love with Jamaica and dancehall that as soon as I graduated from college and got a job, I just started going to Jamaica and going to the parties. So I went to Jamaica to go to Passa. There's a dance out there, a street dance, or was. I don't know if they still hold it, called Passa Passa. There's another street dance called Dutty Fridaze. I went out there and went to the different clubs in Kingston. Like, I just needed to experience it in person, and it was amazing. And I danced and I was free. And I remember being at Pasta dancing under the stars, honey, with all these people, and a goat kind of was like just trotting down the street. I'll never forget that shit. I was like, yo, I'm living life. I'm out here just dancing under the stars, and there's a goat running down the road. That shit was hot to me. Now, what's interesting, y'all, is that I dance really provocatively. So I always had this running joke where I thank the divine that I'm very slim. I'm a very slender woman. I'm not thick. I've always had a nice shape, but I'm not thick. And I'm grateful for that because honestly, y'all, how good I dance, I probably would have ended up being a dancer for money, if you know what I mean. So I'm always like, oh, thank you, divine. You made me slim because I wouldn't be no psychic priestess. I would be in the strip clubs giving messages, maybe. But recently I went out and it was so funny. This girl is dancing with me. So I dance with her. And she goes and gets her man because she is like enthralled with me. She's like, you're so sexy. Oh my God, you dance so good. She brings her man to me and puts her man on me, and he's like just really into it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. So I have girls and guys coming to me when I dance, but it's all good, honey, because I love the vibe. And some of my most enjoyable moments in life have been at parties, dance hall parties with my family, my friends. It's just awesome. Okay, I want to share something with you. If I'm ever in a coma, I'm going to tell my family to play this particular song. It's one of my favorite dancehall songs, and it's such a silly song, but I love it. And I really feel like if I'm out of it or messed up, you could press play, put on that song, and it's going to lift my spirit. It's called Ring Ding Ding. So it goes, we made a dance that bust the scene, and this is how we really do it. The girls them like it when them see it, and them say that Dansha is unique. And they go, ring ding 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 ding, ring ding 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 da. And there's a whole dance that goes to it. Y'all, first of all, you could play that. I feel like I'll be 85, 90 years old. If somebody plays that song, I'm going to take my cane or whatever I got going on. I'm going to get up and I'm going to bust the dance. Yes, I am. For this episode, I'm actually going to include some photos and video of me dancing on Instagram if you want to check that out, okay? That's the Gorgeous Guru Podcast on Instagram. Today's Gorgeous Guru prompts or questions for reflection or journaling are, what are your guilty pleasures? What makes them feel guilty to you? Who or what taught you to feel this way about it? Is your guilty pleasure an empowering practice? If so, keep at it. If you want to comment on this episode, you can do so over on YouTube and Instagram at the Gorgeous Guru Podcast. I'd love to read and respond to your comments. Also, if you're enjoying the podcast, consider becoming a monthly supporter of the show. All of your donations are a great help, y'all, seriously. You may sign up at thegorgeousgurupodcast.com. Thank you for joining me today. You could have spent this time doing anything, but you decided to spend it with me, and I'm grateful. I hope you'll join me next time.